decided to leave Heat, and now I needed a new partner. When they told me it was going to be you, I could not have been more excited.
And I am excited to be your coach.
I know you are. We'll get that whole thing straightened out.
I'm new at this. You're going to have to work with me here.
Oh, believe me, I'll work with you. Let's get started.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first from Wallingford, Connecticut, weighing 230 pounds, Steven Richards.
Well, here comes Wacko Steven Richards. You know, Lita, you've got to be one person who's on that side of the fence as far as Eric Bischoff is concerned after what happened this past Monday night. But Eric Bischoff gave me you as my new partner, so at least right now, I'm a big fan of the Raw GM.
You calling me a wacko?
Stand
No.
Okay.
Richards a wacko.
I see how this is going to be.
Weighing 215 pounds, the co-holder of the Tag Team Championship, the Hurricane.
You know, Lita, what an impact the Hurricane has made since a couple of weeks ago, coming over from SmackDown just before the, I guess you call it, trade deadline, teaming up with Kane on Raw, they became the World Tag Team Champions.
Double choke slam. And a victory for the Freaks and the Fracks.
I know you're a fan of maybe superstars that don't exactly walk down the straight and narrow line. Obviously very tight with Jeff and Matt Hardy. But, you know, the Hurricane is one of those guys that is very accomplished in the ring, although he is a freak, as is Kane.
Yeah, I mean, but you know, he's from North Carolina, so although there's many, many sides to Hurricane and his possible alter egos, you know.
I have no idea what you're talking about. Alter ego?
I'm just gonna say I give my support to the Hurricane.
I gotta tell you, I am so excited that you're here, and I know that you've been very outspoken since you've been off for the past few months, and I expect nothing less, but being outspoken almost got you a little bit hurt this past Monday night on Raw.
Yeah, that was actually a situation I think I got myself into, but you gotta speak your mind sometimes.
Yeah, exactly. Luckily, Jeff, oh, wait a second, here's a quick roll, 1-2, and a kick out by Steven Richards as we get this matchup started. And you're lucky that Jeff Hardy was able to come to your aid just before Rosie and Jamal delivered what I guess are calling, oh, now, making a little bit fun of the Hurricane.
Back in his face there, huh?
Yeah, but Rosie and Jamal with what they call the 3-minute warning now. Nice hip toss. And we'll get more into that a little bit later on as we show everybody exactly what happened this past Monday night on Raw. Oh, nice crossbody. Here's a hook of the leg, 1-2, and a kick
Oh, if
out.
he had the cape, he might have had that one right then.
He still thinks he can fly, though.
I mean, it was just a short time, but I mean, he was flying.
Well, you do know all about flying your Hurricanranas. I've loved calling all of your matches, and it's going to be great to get your insight exactly what all these superstars go through. And I got to be honest with you, I love D'Lo, who incidentally we're going to see a little bit later on.
You love D'Lo.
Well, I loved having him here, but having you here is kind of more my cup of tea, I guess. If anybody knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah. I prefer coffee, but you know we can.
Exactly.
We're just gonna stick to the matches.
Well, now Steven Richards in control of the Hurricane and using the ropes a little bit as leverage. Referee Chad Patton giving him the 5 count. You know, Lita, a little bit later on, we're going to take everybody back to Raw, show everyone the World Heavyweight title match, Triple H and Bubba Ray. Also, the Intercontinental title match between Kane and Y2J Chris Jericho.
Big opportunity for Bubba Ray Dudley there with the first heavyweight title shot.
Yeah, in 12 years in the business. Oh, and now Hurricane is firing back after Steven Richards. Talking a little bit of tricks. All the fans are completely behind him. You're right about that. And now, but Steven Richards right back up and in control. You know, Steven Richards, we talk about it every week, Lita. If he could just get his mindset in the ring, maybe he'd be a little bit more successful.
Yeah, I think it's hit or miss. Sometimes his mind kind of takes over and actually he can come out on top because of that, but I think it works to his disadvantage a lot too.
Well, now the Hurricane is being taken advantage of by Steven Richards. You gotta wonder right now, Lita, maybe Kane, nice suplex. Here's a cover, 1-2, no hook of the leg, and a kick out by the Hurricane. But after the week that Kane had, and everybody will know what I'm talking about a little bit later on, you got to believe that Kane is watching his partner here tonight on Heat.
Of course, they're the buddies, you know.
Well, you know, Kane's probably sitting back, had a good weekend. He got a big old smooch from Terry. Who wouldn't want that? I'll be honest with you.
Yeah, maybe he's not looking at Hurricane in this mind. He might be looking at Terry right now.
Yeah, I was standing in line. Nobody saw me off camera going, me next, me next. But right now, Steven Richards trying to cut off the air supply to the Hurricane, a very unorthodox type
as well
of move.
as some pressure on the low back there with Hurricane in that back bend.
Well, now the Hurricane attempting.
He's going to have to fight out of this one.
He's got to try, but Steven Richards has been
fist
very
of power. I think he's got some left.
And now the double fist, and now pulls Steven Richards back to his feet. And now the Hurricane still in that precarious position, but rolls out and now firing up.
Unorthodox superhero-like move there.
Well, you know, nice neck break.
Able to get the better of Steven Richards.
You know, I've heard, I know you like the Freaks a little bit, but I'm wondering if you dig this mask. You like the guy behind the mask a little bit.
I like the guy behind the mask, but I like the mask. I think it adds to that little element of mystery. You know, you don't want to know everything about somebody, and that can go for you too, Coach. You don't need to volunteer too much information.
Well, I was just getting ready to say, that's usually the moniker
I
that I
know
live
what
by.
you're getting ready to say, that's why.
Oh, now the Hurricane and Steven Richards both back up. Oh, a big-time clothesline by the Hurricane, and Steven Richards now is absolutely reeling. I can't believe that you caught me before I even said that.
Yeah.
Huge flushing neck breaker. This has got to be enough. Here's a cover. 1, 2. Oh, and somehow Steven Richards gets the shoulder up, and the Hurricane can't believe it. You know, the Hurricane and Steven Richards, leader, they are both so athletic, almost evenly matched, and now
right back and forth this, yeah.
In what I like to call, Lita, the nether regions. Oh, and what a shot. This surely will be enough. 1-2, and Steven Richards able to get that foot on the rope.
That wonderful kick has put several people away, but not today, huh?
Not today.
No.
Not today. But the Hurricane, you can tell the confidence that this man has. And now going for the eye of the Hurricane. Not able to capitalize, though. And now Steven Richards. Oh!
Wow.
What an impact. What an upset this would be, in my opinion. 1-2. But the Hurricane lead is able to kick out.
I thought he had it there.
Steven Richards, you can tell that he desperately wants this win. And quite honestly,
that look in his eye.
Yeah, he needs this win, too.
Dancing a little jig, but...
A little jiggy jig, you know all about that from North Carolina. Oh, and now the Hurricane. Oh, and he nails at the eye of the Hurricane. But instead of covering, Lita, he's feeling pretty good about himself. This worked for him last
week, though.
This is how he became a tag team champion. Will it work tonight here on Heat? Well, at least right now the answer is Not gonna happen. Oh, and now Steven Richards rolls up the Hurricane, grabs the ropes.
That wasn't right at all.
That wasn't right at all. You're right. Steven Richards cheating, obviously. But I tell you what, Lita, he needs the win, and he got it.
You gotta do what you gotta do sometimes, I guess.
Once again, I live by the adage, too.
Okay, you got it.
A very controversial finish as we kick things off here on Heat. And if you're wondering who that new voice is you're listening to, oh, yeah, it's Lita, my new partner here on Heat. And you know, even though Steven Richards came away with that victory, I don't like it. But a little bit later on, two guys that don't like each other. My old partner, D'Lo, goes one-on-one with Raven.
D'Lo and Raven could just not seem to get enough of each other.
No.
It might be tonight, it might be the night that they finally settle the score.
I hope so. By the way, on Heat. Stick around. Welcome back to Heat, everybody. You know, Lita, when you see that, what goes through your mind?
Yeah, Coach, it's definitely hard to watch that, but being here, being the new co-host of Heat makes it a lot easier. I'm still a long ways away from being in the ring, but this is a good start.
Great start.
Introducing first from Dudleyville, weighing 150 pounds, Spike Dudley.
You know, Spike Dudley always seems to make people feel good around him, like that kid right there in the front row.
Those cute shades of Bret Hart.
From Ozone Park, New York, weighing 225 pounds, Justin Credible.
Well, Justin Credible set to go one-on-one here with Spike Dudley. And if you were to put a timetable, I don't know if you can or not, but a timetable on when you think you may be back in the ring, what would you say?
I'm going for 7 months. They've told me to be a year plus minus, but I would love for it to be WrestleMania.
Oh, I think a lot of people would love for it to be WrestleMania too. And folks, of course, we just announced WrestleMania is going to be in Seattle on March 30th of 2003. Safeco Field could not be more excited to head for the Pacific Northwest.
We can go to Space Needle.
I love the Space Needle.
I love the Space Needle.
Love the water. Love them throwing the fish everywhere. But here we go. One-on-one, Spike and Justin Credible. And you know, we talked about No Mercy being just a couple of weeks away, Lita. And we know it's going to be champion versus champion. And it's really an unusual situation that Eric Bischoff has put Raw in.
I mean, definitely. I mean, there's so much history behind that Intercontinental title, and to see the champion versus champion, the best, with each being the title holder, it's going to be one hell of a competition.
It's going to be quite a night. Low, nice neck breaker by Spike Dudley, who has started off absolutely on fire. And Justin Credible seemingly has had enough.
You know, I heard this guy was not just the best and not just the coolest, but I think he is in a little bit of trouble right now.
I think he's saying, please.
I don't know if that's going to work. I think.
Well, Spike biting the hand of Justin Credible. But folks, in just 2 weeks live on pay-per-view, we're going to be live from the Alltel Arena in Little Rock, Arkansas. Oh, and what a shot! Spike Dudley right into that huge kick by Justin Credible.
I don't know if that caught him in the stomach or the face. Either way, that's going to cut you off for a second.
Now here's a roll-up, hook of the leg, 1-2.
But not 3.
And you know, I know you're excited because in a couple weeks we're going to be live right here on Sunday Night Heat on MTV from the Alltel Arena. And it's the very first pay-per-view event ever in Arkansas. If you're anywhere, if you're in Tennessee, Arkansas, Texas, or God's country, Kansas, get to Arkansas and Little Rock for No Mercy. Oh, what a power bomb. This may be enough, 1-2, and getting the shoulder up. You say what? You never heard Kansas is God's country?
I've always heard Texas being God's country,
Well,
but I
like
think that's
Texas too.
the words out of Bradshaw's mouth.
Well, you know, one place that I can't wait to get to. Oh, nice crossbody. Here's a hook and leg, 1-2, and a kick out. One city I can't wait to get to. I know we're going to get on the red eye tonight. Heading for Sin City tomorrow, live for Raw. Oh, here's a hook. Oh, and another kick out by Spike.
Spike's still got it. He's got to hang in there. He's got to get to Las Vegas, too. I know that's got to be one place that he is looking forward to get to as well.
Oh, and think about this. Raw roulette. So many possibilities. Every match tomorrow night on Raw is going to be determined by a roll of the wheel.
Luck of the draw.
Think about this. It could be bra and panties, HLA, could be anything, steel cage. But what about this? I was just thinking about this. What if, like, two guys, say Spike and Justin, they roll the wheel and they got to do a bra and panties match? How great would that be?
I think that would be great.
Yeah.
So they would have to have, they could have like a HLA match, these two guys. I don't know how they would work that.
Yeah, that'd be funny. I don't know how that would work either. Oh, nice sunset flip, but just incredible.
But I'm going to bring some extra bra and panties just in case that happens.
Dude, hey, don't ever say that to me again, or I won't be able to do this show.
For these guys matches, because that's what I want to see, Coach.
I didn't hear you say that part. All right, now just incredible off the ropes, and now both men are down. And I tell you what, both of these guys are giving it 110% here tonight.
It's the way you've got to do it, but they both need to get to their feet. They're going to continue.
You know, a lot of people want to criticize Eric Bischoff week in and week out.
Me being one of them as well.
Yeah, you're
but
very
go on.
But you can't criticize him tomorrow night because he's giving the fans what they want. He's giving them must-see TV from one of the greatest, most exciting cities in the entire world, Las Vegas. And it's going to be a show like no other.
Something that definitely has not been done before.
No, it's never been done before. Determine the matches by the roll of a roulette wheel. Kind of cool if you ask me.
I think some of the competitors, that's probably going to hurt. I don't know firsthand, but.
Well, believe me, modified deadly dog. Here's the cover. What a huge win this would be for Spike, too. And getting the shoulder up once again is just incredible.
It's time for Spike to redirect.
Oh. No, I know you have a
Justin.
busy schedule, but I know you'll somehow make it to Vegas, surely.
Surely I will make it to Vegas.
I mean, you love Caesars, you love the Mirage. Personally, I'm an MGM guy.
I like the Luxor as well.
Oh, I love
Pyramid.
the Luxor. Yeah, they got a great what impact into the corner. And Spike
Taking the wind right out of Spike.
You know,
Chest first into the turnbuckle.
And what about this guy being 150 pounds? It seems like everything that happens to him is a little bit more impactful because he's so small.
It's a little bit more impactful, but somehow he keeps getting up.
Oh, wait a second. I love that. I love that. And Spike Dudley loves a win.
And so does the crowd.
Your winner, Spike Dudley.
Spike Dudley, a hard-fought victory over Just Incredible. And Lita, I got to keep you in your seat. I know you're excited about Vegas. I'm excited about Vegas. But right here on Heat a little bit later on, we're going to take everybody back to the World Heavyweight Championship match from Raw this past week, the Intercontinental title match from Raw this past week. Plus, right here, D'Lo will go one-on-one with Raven, hopefully for the final time.
Raven, tonight you will go one-on-one with someone you have an incredible history with here on Heat, D'Lo Brown. What are your thoughts?
Terry, the time is finally at hand. Tonight, I close a chapter on my adversary, D'Lo Brown, and yet I open another one. My vindication. For 2 years, I've been scorned and I've been scoffed at by people. People like you, Terry. And yet quietly, I've bided my time. I've bided my time until the pieces came together. And now, the picture is complete. The time for my voice to be heard is now. I will be silenced no longer. I will open the eyes that have been blinded to me. It is time to begin my masterpiece, and I will make people see. Quote the Raven, nevermore.
Well, let's hope that Raven brushed his teeth at least for Terry. God. But, you know, he's tired of being scoffed and scorned, Coach. You heard him. These two got up next. I got my eyes on the girls. Jacqueline and Molly Holly go at it.
Lita, I tell you what, Eric Bischoff really put you on the spot last Monday night after playing down that quote from WWE.com about how you preferred the action on SmackDown to the action on Raw.
You know, and that comment was totally taken out of context. I mean, granted, I did think SmackDown has produced a better show. I wasn't saying Raw was bad by any means. I just enjoyed SmackDown, and I think I'm entitled to my opinion.
And you are entitled to your opinion. And it's not to say that Raw wasn't great last Monday night. And it's not to say that Raw is not going to be great tomorrow night from Sin City, the Thomas and Mack Center, live in Las Vegas. And folks, I can tell you tonight, Heat is brought to you by Universal Pictures. Before the Silence of the Lambs, there was Red Dragon, now playing.
And by Milky Way, it's got the pleasure you just can't measure.
I kind of like that one. And by the new Castro GTX, high mileage.
Speaking of high mileage, Coach.
This is going to be a difficult assignment, I can tell you that already. It's going to be hard.
Entering the arena, Molly Holly.
You know, I want to get back real quick as we see Molly coming down, set to go one-on-one with Jacqueline. This whole Eric Bischoff thing and yourself this past Monday, you were very vocal, but you had to be a little concerned when you heard him say 3 minutes.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I knew it was coming, and I'm not always on the same side with Molly Holly, but as far as just asking for a little R-E-S-P-E-C-T, man, that's what I was talking about.
Exactly. You got to thank Jeff Hardy a little bit, but what about Rosie and Jamal real quick?
Unfortunately, Jeff had to take the brunt of that, which, you know, I kind of owe him one.
Yeah, Eric Bischoff punished Jeff Hardy by making him go one-on-one with the Big Show on Raw, but, you know, Rosie and Jamal were so impressive. Their first match on Raw against Booker T and Goldust, they were victorious.
Yeah, I think definitely they were. Well, takedown good from Jackie there. I'm sorry, I'm like off focus here. I'm kind of paying attention, seeing what I've got up for on my return. But no, Rosie and Jamal have definitely been impressive, not only just with their 3-minute attacks, but in the ring as well.
Yeah, speaking of your return and the action in the ring, nice shoulder. And
Jackie's on fire, man.
Yeah. Oh, and these two, flat out, these two are very physical, Molly and Jacqueline. But since you've been out, it seems like to me, I take over 1-2 and a kick out by Molly, that the action has gotten even more. A nice roll-up by Jacqueline, too, and another kick out by all the women, including Trish, including Victoria, and another nice back bridge by Jacqueline, too, and another kick out. But what about that brutal attack we saw a few minutes ago from this past Monday? Victoria and Trish, a brutal chair shot. It seems like to me as Jacqueline skins the cat. And now ducks under. Big time skin of the cat.
Jackie back on top. But, you know, actually, that was, I think...
Oh, wait a second. Here's a cover 2 and a kick out.
That was the first time two girls, a chair shot to another, and Victoria, she meant that one.
Yeah, but I wonder, there's got to be more to it than what we know.
I was actually thinking that, too, because we've seen just a little bit of Victoria, but, you know, we haven't seen that Victoria before.
Victoria's hot, yes. Physical, yes. Tough as nails. And this... I just can't imagine, that there could be anything more important than going after the women's title. And right now, Molly is furious on the outside at Jacqueline.
You know, Victoria being a newcomer, I think maybe it just took her a little bit of time to realize that that's what she wanted to go for, and that was the most important thing. Because, to be honest with you, Coach, I didn't really see her as that much of a threat at first, but she damn sure proved herself in that match with Trish.
You're darn right. I think she put everybody, including Trish, including Jacqueline, including Molly, on notice that she is going to be a force to be reckoned with, and even yourself when you make a comeback.
Absolutely.
You got to watch out for her. Well, now Jacqueline is feeling the brunt of Molly, and right now Molly in complete control. And folks, don't forget a little bit later on, D'Lo goes one-on-one with Raven. Here's a cover, hook the leg, 1-2, and a kick out by Jacqueline.
You know, and Molly and Victoria had some sort of an alliance, but Victoria seems to be out for herself now, which is, it seems, the only way to go.
You know, I normally like women like that. Big shot by Jacqueline to the kisser of Molly, but Molly right back. A shot to the midsection, and now setting Jacqueline up.
I would think this sort of women kind of intimidates you, Coach.
Well, you would think so. And a big shot. Here's a roll by Jacqueline, 1-2, and Molly's able to kick out. But you could not be more wrong. And a big shot, and another. And and a nice drop kick by Jacqueline. These two, you put them in the ring together, it is devastating action.
Non-stop, man. These two girls are going toe-to-toe.
And now here's a cover, 1-2. You know, real quick, getting back to Rosie and Jamal, they said it after their match to me, and I got to admit, I was a little taken aback. Nice spinning heel. Here's a cover, 1-2.
I think we see some teeth splattered across the ring there.
Yeah, I think me, yourself, everybody is now on a 3-minute warning because of Rosie and Jamal, wouldn't you say?
I definitely think the entire roster. I mean, Eric Bischoff is so hot and cold. Next thing he sees something he doesn't like, he's going to send Rosie and Jamal after you.
These two guys are big, they're dangerous, and even more importantly than that, they're athletic too. What a huge tornado DDT
that has gotta hurt.
From the top, and that's got to be enough and a huge win.
Molly Holly is knocked out cold.
Jacqueline with an impressive move off the top. Lita, let's take a look at it one more time.
And Jackie's got control of Molly here. Look, swinging, using all of her momentum and weight, just driving Molly straight down in her head and knocking her out.
Certainly Jacqueline needed the big win over the former women's champion, and she got it. Well, folks, third takes all in 2 weeks. When we come back here on Heat, D'Lo, Raven, one-on-one. Welcome back to Heat, everybody. Lita, I tell you what, this Randy Orton has all the tools. He's going to be a bona fide superstar, great-looking, athletic, and the lineage speaks for itself.
And nice abs.
It's scheduled for
He does have nice abs.
Introducing first from the Bowery, weighing 235 pounds, Raven.
We're all set for the main event here on Heat. Once and for all, Raven goes head-to-head with D'Lo Brown. What a battle this one is sure to be, and what a battle it's going to be in a couple of weeks as Subway presents WWE No Mercy. No Mercy will be live just 2 weeks away, Sunday, October 20th, from the Alltel Arena in Little Rock, Arkansas. Fresh-baked sandwiches on fresh-baked bread. Subway. Lita, eat fresh.
From Chicago, Illinois, weighing 205
it's not a bad kick. It's not
So
bad.
far, so good.
Well, I hope you come back next week. Yes. Well, D'Lo has a microphone. He's never been short for words. I will say that. We'll see what he has to say.
Now you stay right there, partner. First things first. I'd like to throw a shout out to all my dogs in the D'Lo Nation. What up?
What up? What up? Aren't you guys? You're part of the D'Lo Nation. There you go.
Is that what you're supposed
Now,
to do?
down to business. Raven, you invite me out here to face you one last time in your so-called personal playground? And how you want me to witness the unleashing of your masterpiece? Well, partner, the only masterpiece you're gonna be a part of is the brand new Raven exhibit in the Sky High Hall of Fame. Now recognize that!
I heard you can get in for $250 to see that exhibit. Not a bad deal.
And there's coupons on Wednesdays.
Well, exactly. Here we go. D'Lo one-on-one with Raven. But, Lita, of course, we need to talk about the huge match that we just saw that was made for No Mercy. It's going to be winner takes all, champion versus champion, Kane versus Triple H. The Intercontinental title World Heavyweight Championship will be combined. One man will leave No Mercy with all of it. The other man goes home empty-handed.
Another one of Eric Bischoff's never know what to expect.
Yeah, master plans. So much at stake. Oh, big forearm by D'Lo. And Raven right now is reeling. You know, when you think about Kane, you talk about an impact. You mentioned it earlier. Oh, that shoulder hard into the ring post. You mentioned earlier Kane, a tag team champion, now the Intercontinental champion. In just a couple of weeks' time, what impact on the outside. But what an opportunity for the Big Red Machine to go after Triple H at No Mercy.
You know, we've seen Kane in the past with The Undertaker, teaming up with him, being the brother of The Undertaker is how he was most well known.
Yep.
I think he is ready to make an impact, and I think he's going to give Triple H more than he bargained for.
A lot more than he bargained for, and you saw the whole plan that Y2J and Triple H hatched this past Monday night blew up in their face. I don't think Triple H wants to face Kane. I really don't.
I think Y2J, his master plans seem to fail him more often than not.
Exactly.
You got to give it to him for trying.
Yeah. Oh, and now D'Lo has Raven up and hard into the corner. You can feel and see that impact of Raven in the corner. Oh. But D'Lo going back to the well one too many times, and now Raven up on the middle rope, going after that shoulder that D'Lo injured a little bit earlier on in the ring post. Here's a cover, hook of the leg, 1-2, and a kick out by D'Lo. You know,
Raven he's scoffed and scorned, and you can tell.
He really is. But you know, heading towards Little Rock, few people realize this, but Las Vegas is on the way to Little Rock. You know, I don't know how much you know about geography, but it is. And so we got to talk about tomorrow night, Raw Roulette. You didn't know that? It really is.
I haven't been that way. I took the back way.
Yeah, exactly. Well, folks, don't forget tomorrow night live on Raw Roulette. Every match will be determined by a spin of Eric Bischoff's personal roulette wheel. Oh, nice shot by D'Lo. He is high-flying right now. And now a nice body slamming. Uh-oh. I'll let you do this one. Go ahead.
Is he shaking?
I love it. Lita called it shaky. Oh, and not enough, though, and D'Lo can't believe it. I like the fact you've been watching at home. Doing your homework. And now D'Lo up on top of Raven. Big shots to the head. And Raven.
Not enough to put him away, but gain control. Oh, but only temporarily.
Oh, but now Raven with the cover. Oh, and gets the foot up on the ropes, but not enough to take out D'Lo. And now D'Lo right back up. And nice impact. Oh, this might be enough. A cover, but doesn't get the right shoulder pin. And that was the difference as Raven gets that shoulder up. These two guys have battled many, many times before. But tonight is vindication for one of these two men. Go for the Sky High. Although, a low blow as Nick Patrick turned his back to kick something out of the ring.
Going, what happened?
Oh, the Raven effect. The Raven effect on D'Lo. Nick Patrick never saw the low blow.
Never saw the low blow. I don't know if this is the end.
What a shot. I hope it's not the end. Because I don't want it to end like that. Let's take a look one more time. The low blow by Raven to D'Lo.
We thought this might be the last for these two guys, but not like that.
No. Then you see the Raven effect, and Raven picks up the huge win. Well, Lita, this has been a lot of fun. Please come back next week.
Okay.
Promise me you will.
I'll think about it.
All right, think about it. Hopefully she'll be back, folks. Don't forget, Raw tomorrow night live from Sin City, Las Vegas for Lita. I'm the coach. We'll see you tomorrow night.